So let me continue some more example students. Okay, where I left in the class, I am continuing some more examples. Suppose your stretched bow. Okay, what about a stretched bow? Stretched bow, when you are stretching a bow, what happen? The bow is in this way. Okay, this is a arrow mark and the bow is stretched up to this place. Okay, so when you are stretching this one, you are applying some amount of force on it. That means you are working on the string. That's why some amount of potential energy is saved in this string. So when you are releasing this one, the string will come to its own position. By that, what happen? It will move with a lot of speed and the potential energy is changing into kinetic energy. With that kinetic energy, the arrow will fly away from the bow. Okay? Another most common example, that when you are throwing a ball upward, when suppose you are throwing a ball upward, when you are giving a throw to the ball, you are giving the kinetic energy. Okay, you are pushing the ball or throwing the ball with a lot of kinetic energy. So at that kinetic energy, what happened? The ball is coming to a maximum position. Suppose this is the maximum position. At this position, the kinetic energy, total amount of kinetic energy is changing into potential energy, and where potential energy becomes maximum and kinetic energy becomes zero. Okay, after reaching to a final position, all the kinetic energy you have provided to the ball, that is changing into potential energy. It is the final position and kinetic energy becomes zero here. After reaching this position, again the ball will come down. Okay, so while coming down, the potential energy goes on decreasing and kinetic energy goes on increasing. It will decrease and kinetic energy increase. So at the ground level, when the ball is just going to reach the ground, the kinetic energy is maximum and potential energy becomes zero. Okay, same type of another example, when you are looking the reservoirs, dam or reservoirs, they are storing the water in a reservoir up to a certain height. Due to the height, all of you know, it contains a lot of potential energy. Due to the height of the reservoir, it contains a lot of potential energy. So when the water is allowed to fall or allowed to pass through a hole, it will come down with a lot of kinetic energy. The potential energy will convert into kinetic energy. That kinetic energy will turn the turbine and ultimately it will create the electrical energy. Okay, so this one taking place in the hydroelectricity plants. Okay, so students, these are the examples what we are giving for the, so many examples for the conversion of potential energy to kinetic energy and kinetic energy to potential energy. So you saw, so here I am concluding this topic. The next topic is the transformation of energy. In your daily life, you can see transformation of energy. Okay, so in your daily life, you can see a lot of type of energy transformation is there. Okay, all the time you want to use the energy in a form in which you want to use. Okay, sometimes you are converting electrical to mechanical, mechanical to electrical to sound. Different type of variation is there. So according to the law of conservation of energy, energy can transfer from one form to another form, but energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. Okay, it is a theoretical concept. But what happen in the regular life? In the regular life, due to the wastage, due to the friction, due to the air friction, so much amount of energy is wasted during the energy transformation. So this type of wastage are known as loss of energy. Understood? That is the loss of energy. That is the undesirable loss of energy. Okay. So what are the transformation of energy? Previously I told you that when you are transforming energy from one form to another, kinetic energy can be changed into any form, but potential energy cannot change directly into any form. First this one has to convert into kinetic energy, then it can change into any form. Okay, so many examples are given, conversions are given in your book. So let us start. What are the examples or what are the energy transformations here? First one is the mechanical to electrical. Okay, mechanical to electrical. Here the most common example is your electric dynamo or your generator, electricity generator. Okay, so all of you know in the hydroelectricity plants, the mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy. So how the process taking place? Previously I told, in the reservoir or dam, water is stored for a certain height. Due to that, the potential energy is stored in it. Now the water is allowed to fall from a certain height. Now the potential energy is converted into kinetic energy. This kinetic energy is helpful to rotate a turbine. Turbine means turbine. It is a circular disc. Okay, it is a rotating wheel with metallic plates. Turbine is a rotating wheel with a metallic plates. Okay, this is the turbine, which in turn rotating the armature. Armature is a certain level of wounded coils. Okay, it is the repeated level of wounded coils which is rotating inside a magnetic field. Due to the continuous rotation, it will create or generate the AC current. Okay, a little bit explanation I will give. Time is not there, that's why I will give a little bit explanation for this working of your electric generator. Okay, so you know the turbine is connected to a wheel. Okay, so here a magnetic field is there with a strong magnetic field with north pole and south pole in the opposite direction. In between this, the electric field is shown by a parallel lines. Okay, in between the magnetic field, the armature is fitted here. Armature means a multiple number of coils are given in a rectangular form. Okay, it is contained a multiple number of wounded coils. Okay, so it is fitted with this turbine. Okay, and the turbine is rotating the coil. Okay, so due to the rotation of the coil in between, this is also a magnetic field. Okay, so due to the opposite magnetic field, there is a induced current or there is a induction of current which is created in the generator. If you connect this one with a galvanometer, you can see current is created here. Okay, current is created. I am saying a limited thing, nothing more is given in your book. That is the electrical generator where mechanical energy is converted into your kinetic electrical energy. Next one is the electrical energy is converted into mechanical energy, that is the electrical motor. Electrical motor you are using electrical energy is using into changing into mechanical energy. This one is used in your electrical motors. All of you know electrical motors, that is used to raise your water from to the overall tanks. It is used in the mixer grinders. It is used in the fans, okay, to rotate the motor. Okay, so how the electrical energy is used here? When the electrical energy, again this is used in between a opposite electrical field, north pole and south pole. In between the opposite electrical field, there is a wounded coil, or there is a coil of electrical circuit is passing through it. Okay, there is a coil of electrical circuit is passing through it. So how I coiled here, the magnetic field is created in between the, due to the current in the circuit. Okay, due to the current in the circuit, the magnetic field is created in this way. Whereas due to these two opposite poles, the current magnetic field is behaving in this way. Okay, so due to these two opposite fields, what happened? The coils start to rotate. And due to the rotation, the motor start to rotate. Okay, a simple bit idea I am giving, because more explained way it is not given in your course. Okay, next one, electrical energy to heat energy. Electrical energy to heat energy. This one you know in your most common examples, that is electrical heaters, room heaters, your iron boxes, your geyser, oven. All these things are based on this conversion, electrical to heat. Okay, here what you are using? You are using a resistor or resistant coil. Okay, resistance coil or resistor, which is avoiding or preventing the current flow through it, that due to that prevention, a certain amount of electricity is converted into heat energy. That is known as the heating effect of electricity. Okay, heating effect of electricity. Due to that heating effect, the resistance created in electricity, that gives a heating effect. Okay, next one, electrical energy to sound energy. You can see electrical energy to sound energy. So many examples are there. The mics. Okay, the speakers are connected to your audio system. Speakers are connected to the television set. All these are the good examples of speakers. Okay, that are the good examples of electrical energy to sound energy. Okay, so electrical energy is first converted into coming through your electrical circuits, and after that in your instrument, in your television, in your instrument, it is changed into sound energy. Okay, next one, other one is sound to electrical. This type of conversion you can see in your microphones. Okay, microphones in your recording stations, microphones in your mobile microphone where you are speaking. Okay, where you are speaking, then your voice or your sound is changing into electrical energy, and that is as an electrical signal, it is transmitted to the receiver. Okay, and at that case on their mobile, the electrical energy is changing into sound energy. Okay, it is the speaker, here it is the receiver of your mobile. Okay, next one, light energy to electrical energy. Light energy to electrical energy, you can see light, sunlight, light to electrical. You can see this type of conversion in your solar cells. In solar cells, light energy is stored in form of electrical energy. Then you can use these solar cells for different purposes. Okay. Again, another one is light to chemical energy. Okay, light to chemical energy, that is the example that is taking place during photosynthesis. Okay, during photosynthesis, the green plants absorb this light energy and convert into the form of chemical energy. Okay, that is the light to chemical energy. Another one is heat energy to mechanical energy. Heat energy to mechanical energy, that is the very good example where you can see the steamers. Heat energy to mechanical. Heat energy to mechanical energy, you can see steam engines. Steam engines, they are using the heating energy. They are boiling the water. With boiling of water, there is a release of water vapor. High speed water vapor is there. Due to the high speed water vapor, they can do some mechanical work or mechanical energy stored. Most example is your steam engine. Okay, motorboats or steamers, you can say. Next one, the mechanical energy to heat energy. Okay, mechanical energy to heat energy, that is the rubbing one. Okay, when your instruments are running for some time, you can see in the machine parts are heated. Suppose you are running a bicycle, motorbike, you can see the silencer is heated more. Why? Because the mechanical energy of the motorbikes, some of the mechanical energy is wasted and creating the heating effect. Okay, so here are so much type of energy conversions are there. Okay, here again I have to explain this one. While transformation of energy due to your surrounding, due to your presence of air, and due to the friction of your instruments, certain amount of energy is wasted. Okay, that is a natural process. You can decrease that one, but you cannot cancel that one. That's why we are showing the efficiency of certain machines. Okay, we are showing the efficiency of certain machines. Okay, next topic I want to say, that is the power. Okay, power is the rate of work done, or at what rate or how fast a work is done. Okay, so power is your next topic. It is power can be defined as the rate of work done by a body. Okay, by a body. That means, suppose you can take two examples, students. Two examples you can take. First one, a weaker person and a energetic person. They can do a same amount of work. They can complete, both of them can complete a same amount of work. But the weaker person will take lot of time than the stronger person. That means the speed of working of a strong person is more than the speed of working of a weaker person. That is known in physical term. You can say the power of the strong person is more. Okay, so mathematically power can be expressed as P equal to W by T, where P is power, W is work done, okay, and T is time taken for that work. Okay, so you can see you are using pressure P for pressure also. So when you are using P, you have to write P is denoting power for this case. Okay, P is denoting both, the capital P is denoting both pressure and power. So while you are writing P for this case, you have to write where P equal to power. Okay, so P equal to rate of change of work or rate of work done here. Okay, so what about the units? You can see P equal to work done by time. So work done equal to 1 joule. You know this one, joule. This one is second. Okay, so the unit of power, you can say this is the unit of power, that is watt. Okay, so 1 watt can be explained that 1 watt is the work done. 1 watt equal to the when 1 joule of work done in 1 second. Okay, 1 joule of work is done in 1 second. Okay, this is known as your work done. Okay, so this is the unit, SI unit of power. Okay, so some other units we are using for power. Let's see some other units. So many other units are used. Power, you can see all your electrical appliances are associated with some amount of power. Okay, so according to that you can understand which electrical appliances can consume how much energy. Okay, so in this video I am going to say only about the units, and how to calculate we will discuss in the next class. Okay, so only units I am going to say, only the type of units or higher units I am going to say. Higher units of power, I am going to say this one only. Okay, after that numericals we will discuss in the next class. So higher units of power, the SI unit, you know, SI unit is watt. Watt equal to joule per second. Okay, joule per second. Then kilowatt, 1 kilowatt equal to 1000 joule by second, that equal to 1000 watt. Okay, 1000 watt. 1 megawatt equal to 10 to the power 6 watt. Okay, that means 10 lakh watt. Another unit is also used, that is the horsepower. Another unit is horsepower, that is 1 horsepower equal to 746 watt. Okay, so till now I am showing 4 examples. Another unit which is mostly used in your current meters, that is used in your homes, that is the kilowatt hour. Okay, that is the unit of energy actually. Okay, 1 kilowatt hour, which is using, it is the unit of energy, not the power. 1 kilowatt hour equal to 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 joule. Okay, so this one, how to calculate this one, we have to discuss in the contact class, so that you can understand this one in better way. So I am concluding my class here. Next class we will discuss the numericals according to the all expressions. Okay, thank you.